We look back at all the way to MySpace, and who remembers the days of MySpace in terms of what that could have been. And Facebook has survived because not only has it bought out the likes of WhatsApp and Instagram as part of its growth and stayed current, it has adapted with the times. I mean, I look at LinkedIn's recent platform redesign, and I feel it's very, very Facebook-y.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a word.
Yeah. You go on LinkedIn, you're like, oops, I'm on Facebook. Oh, no, I'm not.
I was like that. I had to double check on my phone. Am I on Facebook or LinkedIn? I had to double check because I have some business friends that are personal friends on Facebook. And I'm thinking, hang on, am I sharing this on Facebook or LinkedIn? And I think something, it's a bit on a tangent in terms of what we're discussing. I think LinkedIn needs to probably rethink that there are copying a personal platform when they're a professional platform. I love the idea of LinkedIn stories, but again, on my mobile, all the client pages that we manage come up first. So I actually don't even see any personal stories.
Yeah. But do you know the point I'd make on that to bring it round to the trend of TikTok is even if you're using LinkedIn, like LinkedIn is where your main audience is, for example, you can still create content on TikTok and repurpose it onto LinkedIn. And that's something that we do a lot. We're a B2B organisation, we're a marketing agency, so most of our clients are other businesses. Is that audience on TikTok just yet? No. However, we are creating TikTok content and sharing it onto LinkedIn so that our connections on LinkedIn can see what we're doing on TikTok. And we actually get, as a business, so many comments because people are seeing the content that we're sharing. We share it on our other channels, and we're cross-pollinating that short format video to maximise its reach. So it's not just about creating it within the platform, although we did have a TikTok that's, I can't call it viral because apparently it's got to have 5 million views to be viral, but we were pretty pleased that it's on over 200,000 views. So you can create content and really get that reach and get your name out there. But then, like I say, cross-pollinate it onto the platforms that you currently feel most comfortable with, where your audience is, but don't ignore that these channels are there and they are rising. And, if you don't get on top of it now, you're just going to end up scrambling to catch up in a couple of years' times when you've ignored it and you go, oh, everyone's doing it now. And, the platform potentially becomes saturated because at the moment there's a great opportunity for advertisers on TikTok because it is there as an advertising platform. People are using it, but it's kind of untapped potential at the moment, whereas it will become very saturated, over the next year. I'm keen to hear from you, Anush, in terms of, you're the video expert and you're creating video content day in, day out, how you've seen the likes of TikTok and Reels impact more standard video content and how you see the video market adopting into 2021.
It's so interesting that a year ago this time, no one thought that businesses could use TikTok in their everyday need and find clients, especially when they are targeting youth people. So, but nowadays everyone started to use it. And one thing that I think that mostly works, why people started to use TikTok is that TikTok and Reels on Instagram is a type of content which is connecting interactive and informative content together, and it is making the process more engaging. So people can see funny things and at the same time be interested to know more about the brand. That's why it's working better, because you can just sit down 1 hour and watch all these videos and without any stop. And every time that you are watching these videos, you are making more interest to the product and to the people who are actually creating the videos. So to be honest, there are different high quality videos, and there are videos that you can create with your smartphone. And 2020 is the year when you don't need to start with your video marketing only with your high quality productions. Of course, you need that too, but for your everyday use and for for just to start, you can shoot everything with your smartphone, and this could be even enough to engage people. And that's why actually this TikTok and Reels are becoming more popular, because people also understand that they can create video content without a big budget, and it could work better, sometimes even better. And when we're talking about TikTok and real style videos, we need to highlight that one of the biggest trends for 2021 is going also to be vertical videos, because all these video styles are shooted vertical. And why it's so important to shoot vertical, because everyone is watching these videos with their smartphones, 90% maybe. And that means that it is more comfortable for them to watch this in a vertical format. That's why when you consider to having videos, you need to always consider having it in vertical format too. Funny thing that last time we shot a video for one of our biggest companies, we did it all vertical. Even for the posts to put in Facebook, we did in vertical format. You know that it's working really good because you can just scroll the feed. It is in a vertical format, but when you are clicking, you see the wall content. But in the feed, it appears just like 4:3 part of it. And you can create like the most important part in this format. And when they click, they can see the rest of the part video, and you can do different kind of interesting like gifts to put there, so people can click and find out that there is a interesting gift that they can buy with the product, get with the products. So this is also comes with another trend that I know that Mani is going to talk, that short 5 and 10 second videos, how this could also affect to ads, like when you're putting social media ads, Facebook ads, or just to put in a Google.
I do see some issues with that. And the reason I say that is second largest search platform, the largest video consumption platform is YouTube. And that's not vertical.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen that they are adapting on mobile?
Yes.
So now
exactly
they have adapted. You can have vertical and you can have square on mobile. So they are now changing. I've noticed that recently, that they're recognising they've got to get.
But the element I mean is more from a ad point of view. So obviously as a media agency, placing ads, not an issue when it comes to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can have ads within stories, you can have ads within phones, and it's perfect. But the one element I see in the short term, and I assume YouTube will catch up for, is as more and more vertical content is created via video over the next 2021 year, I think that one platform that will struggle with that, and where especially agencies and clients will have to struggle, and it might impact budgets, is having to create a different format for YouTube, which is more landscape and turning your phone, landscape to actually view the video content, and then the ads appear in landscape view in terms of when you're watching it. But I have seen the recent updates from YouTube in terms of allowing it to expand to screen mode, but I just don't think the ads are there for that, to adapt for that, because of the YouTube ads appear in stream whilst you're viewing, and they come up within 5 seconds and skippable, but the raw landscape. So I wonder what impact that's going to have on the consumers, viewability of that video and how they engage with it. Yeah,
and I think you raise an interesting point in terms of it's all well and good us talking about where the technology is going and the future of the trends, but have budgets, been allowed for this in terms of the changes that the businesses are going to have to make to adapt to those technologies? Because, I know, for example, and Anush, maybe you can tell us more about this. You mentioned about 360-degree video, and Facebook has adopted the 360-degree video now, but, that could be a way of counteracting it, that actually it doesn't matter what way you view the video because there's always something different to see. But that includes a whole different approach to filming, to editing, and everything like that potentially the companies aren't yet prepared for.
Before talking about 360-degree videos, because it's actually a really interesting theme and I want to mention it a lot and talk about it, because it's already like available for more than 3 years, but at the same time, no one a lot using 360 videos. Before that, as Mani mentioned that there are some problems with vertical videos to use on YouTube, I would say that one of the trends for 2021 is customization for your videos for different social media channels. Why is that? Because of course you can't use one type and size of video everywhere, because each social media channel has their own requirements and you need to follow them to have more attractions. So I would suggest actually when you are going to shoot a video, better to organize it beforehand and create at least 3 versions of your video. One vertical, one wide, and one square one. Because each of them, you can use them separately for different social media channels and find out which one is working better for that particular case. And this is going to help you a lot, because when you have beforehand all this organized, you already can use them, but not like sit down and think, okay, now I want to have a video for Facebook. What should I do? But you have already planned video, you have already planned marketing activities, and you know which kind of video you can use for which platform. Concerning the 360 videos, actually, I think that is going to be more trendy when 5G will be available all over the world, because it's now available for some countries, but there are a lot of countries which do not have 5G, but 360 videos for having it and for having it as an everyday plan as like stories, you need to have good internet for that. We have tried actually several times to use 360 videos for our customers. Especially it's working great when you are organizing some games and you can shoot the 360 videos and then add some animations there, and people should find some, I don't know, should check all 360 parts, angles of it, and find out some interesting hidden objects or something, and this is making the process very interactive. So I would really suggest people to start using it in 2021, because not all of their competitors using for this moment, and if they start using it, they will for sure stand out among the competitors, and that would make also their audience to be interested to watch their videos all the time, or just enter to their website to see which kind of new video they have. So when we are talking about personalization of videos, we need to also consider that all the videos need to be for people in different occasions. So basically there is another trend in 2021. It's called silent videos. And when I'm saying silent videos, it doesn't mean that video don't need to have like music or voiceover. That's for the cases when people usually don't want to hear your video. They want to just look at it, or they don't have a possibility to turn on music for that. And you need to consider that sometimes there are situations like this. And when you are creating video, you need to make like keywords or tags in it. So people, when they are watching without sound, they could understand actually what's in the video. This is very important to consider, because not all the time there is a possibility to watch your video with a sound.
Yeah, I think I noticed that when I'm on the phone is, you know, there's no sound, but I'm watching the video. And I think a key element of that is make sure your video has subtitles.
I can literally find myself watching Instagram stories, like watching someone talk. I never have sound on my phone. And I'm like just flicking through, not listening, don't know what they're saying, but I'm still watching them. Obviously, Instagram stories is different because that is someone personally creating that content. But absolutely, even personal creators are spending more time subtitling their content because they know that people aren't listening out loud. So I definitely agree. And that's something that people could potentially adopt quite easily if you're already creating video content, to think about how you can subtitle it or include text within the video to reach a wider audience, because it's very rare that people, as they're scrolling through and they're seeing your video, actually have the sound on.
Yeah. I'm going to bring a trend back. Well, not back, but move it forward, because a few things were mentioned then. One was, budgets for 2021. And I think a lot of it comes down to strategy in terms of how you're going to strategize your video. So one of the trends I want to talk about 2021 that's going to be more important now than ever is strategy and data analytics. So I'm kind of taking the topic away from video, so apology anyone who's listening, and if they're really interested, but we will come back to that shortly. So yes, strategy and data analytics. I put a question out as a poll on LinkedIn, and it was, where are you focusing your marketing budget in 2021? I gave 4 options. I probably should have given more, but it was the 4 I thought most important. Competitor research, further training, e.g. webinars,